So we're going to move on with our presentation on support services by support services staff from Fullerton College.
So a little bit of a history about our EOPS program. And the EOPS program has been established since September 4th, 1969, within our community college, as we're encouraged to establish, develop our programs and services, techniques, and activities to provide above and beyond services for our students that carry on, many challenges, right? So we like to share as in EOPS, we like to transform lives. As previously stated, we did establish in 1969, and originally we did start off with about 75 students that we served in our community college. And now, before COVID, we've been serving about 1,600 every academic year as we have them transition, as they, transform within our Fullerton College and move on to transfer, graduate, or move on to whatever direction their career path may be. Um, each semester, we have many students that have been nominated for Women and Men of Distinctions and several other um, awards and honors. Same as we have about 150 to 200 students that have been listed in the president and dean's list for having, above and beyond their GPA. So as our mission statement here, we want to support our students in achieving their academic and personal goals in the way that we like to connect with them um, in their interest in their educational and vocational achievement. Um, we try to recruit and retain our students throughout their path here at Fullerton College. We by providing, that one-on-one counseling connection with our counselors. We do have peer specialists that are also with the student throughout their path here at Fullerton College. We like to provide different supplemental training workshops and so on to have them not only connect, in their classes and having that academic pathway, but also helping them improve their personal. In order to qualify for our EOPS program, you do need to be a California resident or AB 540, enrolled full-time, which is 12 units. But currently right now with COVID, this semester we were able to accept students that were at 9 units.
So the EOPS program, the eligibility for students to qualify, as she was mentioning, most students have to be full-time, but the state did alter the unit requirement to 9 units while we're remote. And students can enter into the EOPS program when they have not completed more than 40 transferable units, and that's units coming from credit colleges and universities. And also students must qualify for the California Promise Grant, which is also known as the CCPG, or formerly known as the BOG fee waiver. And they must meet one other academic qualifier in addition to what we just covered. So they can be a non-high school grad or not received a GED. They can also, they must have, a high school GPA 2.5 or below, previously enrolled in remedial education or basic skills. They can be a first generation college student if they identify as male Latino or male or female African American, if their primary language that's spoken at home is not English, or if they are current or former foster youth. The services that EOPS provides is that we provide priority registration, which allows students to register for their classes first each semester. We also provide students what's called a book service award. So it's an account created at the bookstore to help them purchase textbooks required for their courses. We also have a lending book program, which are books that have either been purchased by the program or donated by students that we then check with the bookstore that they're still currently being used by instructors. We also have both scientific and graphing calculators that students can borrow. And what makes our lending program different than the general library is that students get to borrow these textbooks and calculators for the full term of the semester. We also have access codes that some courses require that we actually gift to students through what the lending program. We have one-on-one academic counselors that provide academic counseling and educational plans. We also require our students to turn in an academic progress report. And this is so that we can check in with them before we get too far into the semester. And if the student is struggling at any point during that time, they meet with a counselor to help them understand what are their options and moving forward. And they make recommendations. We have a resourceful specialists like ourselves, like Betty, and each one of our specialists, we each have a specialty that we contribute to the EOPS program. And as Betty mentioned earlier, she's the care coordinator, which helps all of our single parents in the care program. I work with foster youth. We have a financial aid specialist, a person in our office that works with our AB 540 students, and also our outreach team. Then we also have transfer assistance. So within EOPS, our academic counselors host workshops specifically for EOPS students to help them with those transfer applications when they are ready to transfer. We also have different workshops that we develop to help students promote academic student success, and tutoring services to assist with classes. And EOPS has an over and above tutoring relationship with our academic support center. So our requirements for the EOPS CARE and FYSI program. So if a student is a part of one or all of these programs, they count if they're doing all of these for all 3 programs. And so with the counselors, students are required to meet 3 times, which does include that academic progress report. And then they are required to meet once with their student services specialists. And with the counselors, they're focused more on the academic piece for the student, where the specialist, in addition to helping them understand their program requirements and making sure that they're completing everything, they also provide like different resources as well, both for on and off campus. And then when it comes to tutoring and workshop, all the new students to our program, we require them to do a minimum of 3 hours of tutoring as an introduction. And then once they finish their first semester, every semester that follows as a continuing student, they have a choice. They can do 3 hours of tutoring again, or they can choose to attend one of the workshops, either through our program or anywhere throughout the campus.
What is CARE? So CARE is EOPS within, as it is a supplemental program within EOPS that was established in a little bit after EOPS was, so in 1982. So our main program serves students that are a single head of household and they receive cash aid, so their parents, right? Um, and our program provides various educational support in addition to what EOPS already provides to our students. So in order to be eligible for our care program was this, mainly to be part of EOPS. So all the requirements that Dolores had just listed to qualify for EOPS. In addition to that, student must be at least 18 years of age, must be receiving cash aid either for themselves or their child, and necessarily doesn't have to be a lot of cash aid. So it's a little bit different than the CalFresh. They have to be receiving monetary, so cash, actual cash assistance from the county, and they could get a minimum of $10 and still qualify for the program. And they have must have a child under the age of 18, and then they'll be considered by the county as single head of household. So the program services that we do provide is we assist students providing them with a book award. So in addition from them receiving a maybe a book award from EOPS, we'll add on to it. So we'll give them a care book. We do reimbursements for student fees. We also encourage our students, if they get invited to be part of an honors program on campus, we provide paying that fee to enroll in that program. So that's part of our above and beyond too. We do have auto reimbursements for limited items that the state allows us to for auto repairs. Like if you need a new set of tires or anything like that, we'll we'll have each semester. This semester, I was able to grant each student up to 500 of auto repairs. At the end of every semester, we try to, depending on funds, we provide a CARES grant as long as the student has, participated and been part of our program and been involved. We do transportation and meal services. So right now with COVID, we still continue to provide this service. So previously we'll do a meal card for the dining hall on campus. So right now we're allowed to transition to give our students grocery cards. So as we stated, we're here at the Healthy Hornet drive-through. This is where we will share those services to our students. We'll give out gas cards and the grocery cards to our students. We provide school supplies at the beginning of every semester. So we like to provide educational school supply, including a backpack. Um, and then we coordinate along with our FYSI, our EOPS program, and our CALEX program to coordinate together with all our program counselors and coordinators and staff to provide a parenting workshop, self-sufficiency, support, group support workshops. We'll go from meditation and yoga to financial, budgeting workshops. Currently, we have different events. Even with COVID, been able to provide these workshops via Zoom, just like everybody else, has been able to transition. And then we provide different special events throughout each semester, depending, what semester. These are some of the events that we do host around the end of, the year in December. We like to do our Adult and Angel, and we're really grateful there. Our campus staff and faculty are very generous that they donate gifts for our students' children. So we're able to provide at least 2 gifts for each of our students' children. And then, originally before COVID, we would have, Santa pictures, we'll have arts and crafts, we'll have a meal, and we'll just have a celebration. Right now, even with COVID, we're able to host. So we did similar to our Healthy Hornet drive-through. We had a drive-through Adopt an Angel, so students were able to still come by and get a to-go meal, and then we still were able to provide the gifts for the children. And we actually had Santa here with us, waving, from a social distance, safe way, but we were able to wave goodbye to our families. Um, Currently, we also were able to host our Single Parents Day, and this is just a way to motivate and bring back alumni that have already um, working in their actual field of their careers and come back and share their story and motivate our current students and, just have any, feedback or recommendations or just empowerment. Same goes with actually tomorrow we'll be hosting our Hornet recognition luncheon, and because of COVID we're going to do it like a drive-through, so we'll have our students come by and pick up a meal. So they'll have a little to-go meal set up, and then we have a little goodie bag for them, and then we'll connect with them in the evening via Zoom and celebrate their accomplishments. And our Hornet recognition is actually, we're celebrating all our students. So even if there's their first semester, we want to celebrate them because, of course, we know all the challenges that, life may bring on a day-to-day basis, being a single parent. Um, and, especially right now with the COVID, we want to celebrate finishing a semester, finishing the year, or even getting ready to transfer on to their next path in their career.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Yolanda Aguirre. Again, I'm the CalWorks counselor at Fullerton College. So just a little bit about the program. It actually stands for California Work Opportunity and Responsibility to Kids. And as a result of 1997 federal welfare reform, the CalWorks program was established across all California community college campuses in 1998. This new Welfare to Work program is designed to promote self-sufficiency and personal responsibility. Under this program, community colleges statewide were allocated funds in order to expand existing services and provide the needed educational opportunities for CalWORK students. So for program eligibility, it either has to be a 1 or 2 parent family. The family must be receiving cash aid for themselves and their children. They must have at least 1 child under the age of 18. They must qualify for the California Community College Promise Grant, otherwise known as the BOG. Students can be attending either Fullerton College or NOCE. You can also be co-enrolled at both Fullerton and NOCE, and there's no unit minimum requirement to be part of the program. So our program services, as you can see, there's many that we have. First of all, we have academic, career, and personal counseling. Basically, when a student first applies to our program, they will have the same counselor throughout the duration of their time at Fullerton. We offer priority registration, referrals to both on and off campus resources. Childcare funding is provided for both on and off campus childcare. We work closely with the Department of Social Services to make sure that students meet their welfare to work requirements while accessing their necessary supportive services. We provide guidance and assistance regarding federal, state, and county policies and legislation as they pertain to CalWORK students. We offer gas and meal cards, thrift store referrals, backpacks and school supplies, and workshops and events. We also have a work study program, which basically it provides on-campus placement for eligible students so they can work in different departments. They can work up to 26 hours per week. They do not need to be financial aid eligible. We work closely with the financial aid office as they also have federal work study funds. The department will pay 25% of the student salary, and our CalWORKs program will pay 75%. We coordinate with campus departments in order to optimize funding and student placement. And the good news is any salary that the student earns does not go against their cash aid. Eligible students must have a 2.0 GPA and be enrolled in a minimum of 6 units in the fall and spring and 3 units in the summer.
The Foster Youth Success Initiative Program, or other known as FYSI, is a Fullerton homegrown program that assists both current and former foster youth while they're attending Fullerton College. And our goal is to increase the number of current and former foster youth that are completing not only their associate's degrees, but also transferring to a 4-year university. And so the eligibility for FYSI is a student must be a current or former foster youth. At the time of applying, they must be 35 years or younger. And they must provide also documentation showing proof that they were awarded the court, whether it's the state of California or out of state. If you need assistance with getting that documentation, our office can assist with that. And although we're under the umbrella of EOPS, unlike CARE, we are kind of a standalone program, kind of like CalWORKs, in that our students only need to be enrolled in 6 units to participate in FYSI. And you must have less than 40 degree applicable units, and students cannot enter the FYSI program if they have an associate's degree or higher. FYI students that are planning to attend Fullerton College full-time, we also encourage them to also participate in EOPS because then they can use the benefits from both programs. And as you can see on the slide here, I also provide the state of California Ombudsman's office. If you are or you know someone that is a current or former foster youth in the state of California, they can locate this document by contacting the state Ombudsman's office. And the FYSI program services are priority registration and FYSI book award. Now, if the students are part of multiple programs such as EOPS, CARE, and FYSI, they may be eligible to receive the book awards from all programs and utilize them together at the bookstore. And our book awards range anywhere from about $250 to about $400 has been the highest. We assist also with academic and career personnel counseling. We have that provide comprehensive educational plans. We have myself as your foster youth liaison, specialist, and coordinator. And when it comes to reimbursement of student fees, if students pay, or if you pay on your own, or if your financial aid covers your health fee, transportation fee, associated student benefits, student representation fee, photo ID, and parking. Also, if a student is an athlete and there's sports equipment fee attached, FYSI can reimburse all of those funds to the student. We also provide campus printing. Right now, while it was remote, Fullerton College does have a printing kiosk where students can print from home. So we have deposited funds, students' accounts, so they can print from home. When we're on campus, we actually add that to their printing accounts here on campus where they can print out our labs. We also do assist with childcare. At the Fullerton College, we have the childcare lab, which reserves anywhere between 1 to 2 spots for FYSI students who are parents. We also distribute gas cards to students and grocery cards. When we return to campus, those grocery cards will turn into campus dining cards. We also have offered for a long time now, student tablet loans. We have Microsoft Surface Pro tablets that we allow our students to check out for the term. We also have referrals to campus and community services. We have tutoring services, and we also have a relationship with the local thrift store, the Assistance League, where we can provide thrift store vouchers to our students, and if they have a family, up to twice a year. We host workshops in collaboration with CARE and CalWorks, and we also provide backpacks and school supplies to our students. And if you would like to request a presentation, if there are any other instructors on here on the EOPS outreach page, you will see that there's a submit to request for presentation. And this could be used for anybody throughout the district or in the community. It asks several different questions about who our audience is, and our outreach team, which includes myself, Betty, Yolanda, and Andre from EOPS, we will be the persons to come out and present onto your class or address any community agency. And so we just provided our general contact information for EOPS, CARE, CalWorks, and FYSI programs.
Thank everyone for presenting, Yolanda, Betty, Dolores. Thank you all, and hope you received some questions from our student today. So please feel free to take this contact information out, take a picture. We will also be sharing everyone's contact information later in an email. Thank you all again.